Good afternoon and thanks for tuning in. I'm Holly Shields and you're watching Calcane TV live from our Sydney studios. This is the last show of the day, the last trade. In today's news, according to the Reserve Bank of Australia's latest statement on monetary policy, GDP is expected to grow by around 4.5% over 2022 and 2% over 2023. Meanwhile, underlying inflation is forecast to peak around 3.75% in the next few quarters before turning to around 2.75% as some of the shorter-term cost pressures abate. However, the most significant downside risks to global domestic economies continue to be health-related, and markets have appeared to have digested the RBA's view of domestic economy, with the shares, bonds and Australian dollar mostly unmoved. And then coming to the local bourses performance today, the ASX 200 struggled to find a consistent direction throughout the day. Eventually, the index ended the day gaining 42.1 points or 0.59%. Over the last 5 days, the index has gained 1.89%, but is down 4.36% for the last year to date. Then on the sectoral front, 7 of 11 ended higher, with IT being the best performer, gaining 0.8% and 0.77% over the last week. As for stocks, the best performer today was News Corp, up 5.5%. The news company was followed by Liontown Resources, PointsBet, Qantas Airways and Virgin Money. Then on the flip side, the losers bench of the ASX 200 has Boral dived, which dived at 41% and as it traded as ex-dividend. Other laggards include Seek, ARB Corp, Adbri and Iluka Resources as well. Now for a look at the stocks that interested investors today, starting with REA Group, which declared its biggest dividend on record. The real estate business defied COVID-19 lockdowns and a challenging property market to record an increase in profit of 31% in its first half result. The company will pay an interim dividend of 75 cents a share, suggesting that the business continues to successfully navigate the impacts of the global pandemic. And then in other news, Minerals' $1.1 billion West Musgrave copper, nickel and cobalt mine has been recommended for approval by the Western Australia Environmental Protection Authority. Oz Minerals plans to install 70 to 80 megawatts of wind turbine capacity and 40 to 50 megawatts of solar panels at the remote site near the South Australia and Northern Territory border. The company also plans to install battery and diesel powered generators. And then our top gainer today, News Corp reported a 13% uptick in revenue to $3.8 billion for the December quarter. Key drivers for this were strong property listings and advertising sales, along with payments from content deals with tech giants like Google and Facebook. Chief Executive Robert Thompson said it was the best quarterly result for the organisation since they formed in 2013. And their shares today traded in the green zone. Now that we know the stance back home, let's take a look at the markets abroad just after this break. Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
where the property market is headed next,
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly,
apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
with Calcane TV. Welcome back to the last trade here on Calcane TV. Let's have a look at the global market performance, starting with the US and Asia. The Asian markets traded quite low today despite a slump on Wall Street overnight. The MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside of Japan was up 0.9%, Japan's Nikkei 225 up 0.4%, and Hong Kong's Hang Seng 2.3%, and South Korea's Kospi 0.9% as well. Singapore's Straits Times was up 0.2%, and the Chinese market remained shut for the Lunar New Year holidays. Meanwhile, the Indian benchmark equity index within a narrow range around the flatline on Friday amid a mixed trend in global markets. The three main Wall Street indices suffered deep losses overnight, snapping a 4-day winning run. The S&P 500 fell 2.4% overnight, and the Dow Jones 1.5%, while the Nasdaq Composite slid at 3.7%. A key catalyst for this trend seemed to be the Facebook owner Meta's disappointing outlook, after which it lost more than a quarter of its market cap as its stock plummeted. The cryptocurrency market traded mixed today, with marginal gains in top behemoths and altcoins, while selling was visible in the lower deck of the crypto cart. Disappointing numbers from Meta and a sell-off in tech stocks like Amazon and Snap added to the pressure. The global crypto market cap slid about 4% to $1.64 trillion. Although the total market volume jumped to $102.26 billion, Terra gained more than 5% and Bitcoin over 1%. Dogecoin, though, fell marginally. And traders remain cautious on speculative assets, including cryptocurrencies, while macroeconomic risks continue to linger. Some experts believe that the threat of rising inflation could force central banks to drain liquidity from financial markets, which has underpinned the rise of stocks and cryptos over the past year. Well, that is a wrap for now on The Last Trade, but tune in next time only on Calcine TV. This is Holly Shields signing off for the day.